Before we go to that one, we are just going to take a look back at the Carabao Cup, which was played yesterday. We saw some of the big teams going out of the competition. Some really, actually, we were surprised to see the likes of Arsenal going out of the competition. We are also talking about, Manchester United. Erik ten Hag, is he really going to be the Manchester United manager come end of this week or something like that? Because it looks like things, rather than to each actually change, they keep going down and down and down. So we're going to be talking about all of that things, and I hope you guys can do me a favor, click the like button, subscribe to the Connect, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. So as we start with the Carabao Cup, we saw round of 16 of the Carabao Cup being played, and the games were, I think, a team called Mansfield versus Portview, which, by the way, Portview won. And we saw a team called Exeter City playing against Middlesbrough. Then also we saw Westham playing against Arsenal. We saw Chelsea playing against Blackburn Rovers. Bournemouth played against Liverpool. Everton played against Burnley, and also Ipswich Town played against Fulham. Manchester United played against Newcastle. So we start with the bigger one, and it only has to be Manchester United versus Newcastle, which was played at Old Trafford. Newcastle won by 3-0 at Old Trafford. And the interesting part is this: so many Manchester United fans were demanding, they wanted to see the change. They needed some players going out, they needed to see a fresh team. And if you go watch my videos, I'd actually done a video yesterday complaining about how I'm not really convinced with Erik ten Hag. And if what I was talking about yesterday was not really proven, go watch my videos again. The problem with Erik ten Hag, the problem with Manchester United of Erik ten Hag, all of the things that I was talking about were also something that were reviewed on the game yesterday. We saw the players not fighting for the manager. We saw that they were really quickly to give up on the game when you expect them to actually provide something that somebody could be smiling about. They gave up on the game. We also saw some in-game management which were really questionable. We saw some players that I feel like it's really surprising that they're still even at Manchester United. You know one thing, what Erik ten Hag did with Cristiano Ronaldo, and I keep repeating this, what he did with Cristiano Ronaldo was one thing that was accepted by the whole entire league, even country, even the dressing room were happy. They were excited over how serious he was. But now the dressing room now starts to notice that, oh, there is a little of unfairness in terms of what the manager is doing. Then out of that, the Jadon Sancho situation, what he did, for me, I felt like that was the end of his career at Manchester United, because after that, this team stopped playing for him. They stopped believing in him, stopped sacrificing for him. And if that is now happening, it's just a matter of time. And with what we are seeing, with how things are building up, it's just a matter of time before we hear Erik ten Hag actually being sacked, because now everything shows that he's gonna be leaving Manchester United. Because can you believe he has played 12 games and he has lost 7 games of the 12? 7 games. That is crazy. It's just too much. I don't think every manager who has been sacked has also gone under that pressure. Remember Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, remember Jose Mourinho, all of them were sacked just playing like this. And it's just a matter of time, everyone can see it. And Newcastle, what they did, and I have to tell you, this were not even Newcastle's B team, this was like the C team. The way that team was weak and how they were able to walk through Manchester United at Old Trafford in front of the fans of United. It's just painful to watch. And if you see every substitution that a manager is doing, he's being booed, that just tells you that it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. I saw so many Manchester United fans who believed he could turn this thing around, actually coming out and shouting that it is now time for him to walk out. And that tells you that it's over now. It looks like it's really coming to an end. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. How far do you see Eric Ten Hag going with Manchester United? And what could be the delay if Manchester United board is going to delay in terms of choosing the next manager? Some people are telling me that maybe he might remain as the United manager because the Glazers has to pay around 15 million for him to actually leave if they sack him. And also, when you ask, so many people have not asked this question. If it's not Eric Ten Hag, then who? Who exactly can be the next manager after Eric Ten Hag? And so many people don't have answers for those, because who exactly can come in and try to help out this Manchester United squad? I don't know. There are a lot of managers who are out there, but which one can you fit in? Maybe they need to go back and maybe try to get a manager who is in Britain who can do something. Or maybe get an intern manager like they did with Radnick and try by all means to find something out of that intern manager while expecting to get this. Even Chelsea did it with Frank Lampard. Something has to be done with Manchester United. That's all I'm saying, because what they're giving at the moment is just painful to watch. So I don't know. We'll keep you updated with everything that happens, and if there's anything that is going to change in this game. But at this moment, things are not looking good, and so many people are asking, when will he be sacked? That tells you that it's not terrible for a manager. If so many players or so many people are asking, when will he be sacked? That's a problem. The other game, which was a bit of a surprise, was Arsenal being beaten by Westham by 3-1. Declan Rice was going back to his former club. Of course, he was received well. There were so many times when people were watching the game that when the camera was facing there, you could see everyone just clapping for him. But when he came in, it was a semi-mixed emotion where others were booing as well as others were actually clapping for him. And when he was holding the ball, many people were booing. That just tells you, of course, he is a legend of West Ham. Let's be clear about that. Declan Rice is a legend of West Ham, but doesn't mean that other people are just going to accept it and say that, oh, it's okay, he can come in and just walk over us with this new club, Arsenal. They will try by all means to get in his head, and that's exactly what happened. But that was not even the surprise of the game of yesterday. Arsenal were beaten by West Ham by 3-1. How did that even happen? Now, of course, we can talk about how Mikel Arteta made his decision, because when you look at some of the players that he put into the game, he had Jorginho as the defensive midfielder. He had Kai Havertz on the other side and Fabio Vieira on the other side. I think he's not really clear. He didn't want to win the Carabao. It's him who was walking away from the Carabao. And with how the results came out to be, it is so clear that he did not want to win this game. But my question is this. Last season they did the same thing. They failed on the main thing that they wanted to win, which was the Premier League. This season they did the same thing again. What's going to happen? It's confusing. It's confusing. And if you're a manager and you wanted to build that culture of winning in your team, this type of trophies are things that you should be winning to give the confidence to your players so that they can give back to you as you go on with the matches. Because what we saw, I'm still surprised that it actually happened. But now we're going to be watching, because we can't do anything. Our only thing that we have to do is to watch and see what happens as we move forward. But yes, Arsenal we're actually eliminated from the Carabao Cup tournament, as well as Burnley were also eliminated. Fulham, yeah, they won. The other game, which I think it's worth talking about, is Liverpool versus Bournemouth, which was an interesting game because I think that game was played in a storm. It was played in a storm, the way the winds were like, the way the weather was like. It was really challenging for all the people who were in the ground. I'm talking about the players, I'm talking about even the referee, I'm talking about even the supporters who were in the ground. The way the winds were like, the way it was raining. It was even worse to a point that Liverpool had to cancel their flight to go back to LFC. They had to go with the bus. The bus had to take them from where they were playing, going back to Anfield, because it was not safe for any plane to leave that Bournemouth air. That just tells you how much the winds were in the game. And we saw it as well, even if you look at the goal that was scored by Bournemouth, because the game finished by, it was 2-1 and where the game ended. The goal that Bournemouth scored, it was a corner and it was actually moving straight into the 18 area, and it was just headed in. Gallagher could have done better, but you can't blame him for that one. Of course, Cody Gakpo scored. I'm happy about that because he's back from the injury. That just tells you that he's getting better. I think it's now 4 goals, and I think he has some few assists that he has already scored. And Darwin Núñez came in and scored a thunderbolt of a goal, people. That was the winner of the game, and that was it. Liverpool played so well. Klopp shows that he's interested in winning this trophy, unlike Mikel Arteta, because his lineup was Gallagher at goal. We had Gomez playing at right back, Matip alongside Konza, they were playing together, as well as Tsimikas. In the midfield, we had Endo, we had Dominic Sobeslai, and we had Curtis Jones. As well, up front, I think we had Salah, we had Cody Gakpo, as well as Harvey Elliott. But there was a rotation of Harvey Elliott and Dominic Sobeslai. In fact, to the Liverpool fans who were watching the game can actually agree with me when I said this. It was a little bit difficult to tell the type of formation that Liverpool were playing because it was changing the way they were moving. It was changing so much that you had to keep up with them, people. I'm telling you, so many people who were watching the game can also confirm with you that it was not an easy game. But I think all in all, everyone enjoyed the game. We got the results that we wanted. We wanted to see Liverpool doing something, and we wanted to see Liverpool moving to the next stage, but they did. So I don't know. Let's see where it goes. I was impressed with players like Konza. Konza looks like he is really proving so many people wrong. Feels like he is ready to be taken to that level. The way he's performing is giving so much confidence into Klopp and his decision in terms of choosing him so that he can also feature with the players. It was just exciting to watch. Let's see how he can move with that going to forward. That's all that I'm hoping. But we are going to be moving out. The other teams that were also eliminated, like I told you, Burnley was eliminated by Everton. Blackburn Rovers were eliminated by Chelsea. I think Middlesbrough beat Excel City, and the Port Vale beat Midfield Town. In terms of the next ones who goes to the quarterfinal, which is next stage, we have Everton playing against Fulham, another Premier League team that will eliminate themselves. According to what we're being told, it's going to be played on the 19th of December. In fact, all the games are written that day, but not yet on the time. Maybe things will be confirmed very, very soon. And we also have Chelsea versus Newcastle. That is an interesting one. One big team will be coming out of that. Port Vale will be playing against Middlesbrough. Then Liverpool were playing against the Hammers, who just eliminated Arsenal. Let's see what happens in the quarterfinal. But any team that wins this one gives them the confidence going forward. But yeah, it's exciting in the Carabao Cup.